Hello, welcome to another episode of Awakening with Soulspirational. I'm Tish, and today's episode is on the Sacral Chakra. So if you've been watching the last couple of episodes, I did one that was an overview of the 7 main chakras, and then the last episode was on the Root Chakra specifically, which is at the base of the spine. So today we're going to go up a little higher to the sacral, which is around the navel area. Some see it just below the navel. I am going to give you basic information on each chakra as we go through these episodes. I cannot possibly give you all, there's so much information online, in books. I can't possibly do it all in one episode. So I'm going to give you basic information, and then we're going to walk you through a visualization to start bringing you inward. I'm really hoping to encourage you or to inspire you to go online and get more information. There really is so much that we can learn just by looking at these 7 main chakras. So let's go get into it. So again, the sacral, around the navel area. It is represented by the color orange. It is represented by the element of water, which is wonderful because water is so cleansing, and the crescent moon. The archetypes, I really love talking about the archetypes because I feel like they could be little nudges for us. If we've been sitting in a particular energy for a while that may feel unpleasant, if we think about what archetype am I representing here, it may be a nudge, something to remind us that a chakra is out of balance. So for the sacral, the positive archetype would be the emperor or the empress, somebody who's really comfortable in their physical lives, in their physical environment. And then the opposite of that, or the negative aspect of the sacral, would be a martyr, somebody who is denying themselves simple pleasures of life. So again, if you're feeling like you've been in that martyr energy lately, it may be you're watching this as a little nudge to get some information about your sacral chakra so you can start balancing that out and getting out of the martyr energy if it isn't serving you. So let's think about areas of the body that the sacral chakra governs. The kidneys, the bladder, the immune system, sexual organs. So when we're looking, some of the chakras, you'll find, for example, the root chakras, and we'll say the sexual organs are governed under the root. I really do see, especially the woman's reproductive organs, as being within the sacral chakra. So there are some for you. So if your immune system has been off balance, if you've been having gynecological or prostate issues, it may very well be a sign for you to start looking into your sacral chakra energetically or spiritually. What is going on there that you can start working on? Maybe some healing needs to be done. Maybe it's just a simple readjustment. But if you start going into the energy where you believe that there's an imbalance, then you can start making changes. If you're unaware, you don't know about it, then you don't know to look, right? So again, I'm hoping to encourage you, inspire you here. So when we look into the sacral, this would be the seat of our emotions. This is also the place for our pleasure. If we're like the martyr, denying ourselves pleasures of life, some of us, we may be really constricted with our emotions and we won't let ourselves experience any type of pleasure. That is a sign that you're off balance in the sacral. If, as the seat of emotions, if we are somebody who is very open and expressive of our emotions, that's not necessarily a bad thing. And I'm not here to say that it is, but if you feel as though you have been sharing a whole lot lately, which maybe is out of character for you, it may simply be a sign that there's an imbalance in your sacral chakra. So bring your attention in, do some research, learn about the sacral chakra to start balancing that out, where you get to a place, because my balance point is likely different than your balance point. We all have that center point, which is a little different for us. You know what you're comfortable with. So we may experience things when they're out of balance. Again, is those gynecological or prostate issues. You may be experiencing kidney stones or urinary tract infections or urinary problems, period. If you're somebody who has this extreme fear of change, that may also be a sign of an imbalance within your sacral chakra. All right, so let's go into the kidneys and the bladder. So they help remove the toxins from our body. So let's think about that in a more energetic or even a spiritual way. And I'm going to give you a larger picture here for a moment so we can hone down a little bit more within the kidneys and the bladder. All right, so when something happens to us, somebody says something to us, for example, we have terms, we have sayings like, oh, I'm going to chew on that for a while. Oh boy, that was really hard to swallow. When somebody says something, and we just had a class about this, and it just amazes me. So we chew on it for a while. And we get to choose if we want to keep chewing, if we're going to swallow it, or if we're going to spit it out. Just because somebody says or does something doesn't mean that we have to accept it for ourselves. Sometimes we chew on something for a while, and then it's like we're forcing ourselves to swallow whatever it is somebody just dished out to us. And then it's like it's hard to swallow because our energy body is resisting it. It knows that it doesn't want it, but there's something within us that just keeps forcing it down. And then it has to, so it's going in through the mouth, going down through the throat chakra, passing through the heart, where the heart may be screaming out, the heart chakra, saying, I don't want this. This doesn't feel good. This isn't kind. This isn't loving. But it's like we push it down anyway. It's like we're forcing ourselves to accept whatever somebody else, again, dished out to us. And then it's going down into the solar plexus, into our digestive tract, where our digestive tract may be saying, this doesn't feel right, and maybe we're getting heartburn, having different digestive issues, but no, for some reason we just keep wanting, something within us is holding on to it. And then we get down into the kidneys and into the bladder, and we're still holding on to whatever somebody else said to us, what they dished out to us. And we're holding it in the kidneys, we may be holding it in the bladder. So as we're holding on, and that's just one issue, and you pile that on throughout a lifetime, how many things are we holding on to within our bodies that other people gave us that we kind of forced down our own throats, that we could have just gotten rid of right from the beginning? It's just being consciously aware. And since this recent class, I find myself letting things out. I'm not chewing on them very long anymore. Because if it tastes bitter to me, there's a reason. So then the bladder is holding on to all this energy from a lifetime of whatever it is that you have been absorbing from other people. So we can, one, think about the element of water as a way to flush out the kidneys, is a way to flush out the bladder. And we can simply state the intention as we're drinking our water that it's going to help to just flush out any of that energy that no longer serves me. Now, maybe there's a life lesson in there for you. So I would suggest that when you are intentionally working on your sacral chakra, when you are intentionally working on cleansing your kidneys and your bladder, keep paper and pen nearby. So if particular or certain memories come to mind, visuals, thoughts, write them down, because it may be giving you a sign that this is what you're holding on to. Something when you were 3, when you were 5, when you were 8, when you were 12, when you were, whatever, 32, 26, 49, 65. Allow those memories, those thoughts to come up. Excuse me. Write them down. Take notes. pay attention to what they are, because then again, you can go deeper. You may look at something and say, oh my gosh, that was, somebody said something to, maybe they stuck their foot out while I was walking down the hallway in second grade, they tripped me, and I'm still holding on to that. Are you ready to let it go? Let it go. Drink your water, flush it out, release it. If it doesn't serve you, get it out of there. Start going through the cleansing process, because as our life force energy is being held in the kidneys, so chi, ki, prana, it's like we're clouding our life force energy with all these experiences that we're still holding on to. So when you think about the sacral, you can think about, what am I letting go of? What am I holding on to? Release that which doesn't serve you. Release it. Get it out of your system. Likewise, it is believed that when we experience something traumatic, even something like a car accident, that jolt, for example, in an accident, can jolt our kidneys, or the whole body, but we can hold on to the energy of it within the kidneys. So if you've experienced a bad accident in your lifetime, maybe more than one, as you're drinking your water, set the intention that any energy you're holding on to from those accidents, you're letting go. And you may find that that's where some of your fear comes from. Maybe you're afraid of driving into particular places, over bridges or on the highway. Maybe you've been into an accident there before, and you're still holding on to the fear of that within the sacral. See if you're ready to release it, cleanse it, flush it out of your system, get rid of it. Or maybe it's time to start looking for help of how we can overcome those things and to get them released. So let's talk too about your emotions. How are you with your emotions? Are you somebody who freely expresses them in a healthy way, an unhealthy way? Do you not express them at all? So this is where I'm going to start to guide you into the visualization. So when we look back at the root chakra, the visualization was on what do my roots look like? What does the earth surrounding my roots look like? Do I feel as though I am really connected to the earth? Do I feel like I belong here? So we were looking at the root system. Well, now we're coming up to the sacral. And the lower three chakras, the solar plexus, the sacral, and the root, are your earth chakras. So as we are in the sacral, governed by water, this is where we're going to start looking into the water within your sacral to see what it looks like for you. So if you would, go ahead and close your eyes. Take a couple of nice deep breaths in through the nose, out through the mouth. Allow your body to relax. Feel your face relax, your head, your throat, your shoulders, your arms and hands. Just relax. And as you go back to normal breathing, just with each exhale, allow your body to relax even more. So feel your chest and your belly relax, your upper and lower back relax. Your hips, thighs and knees, just relax. Calves and shins, your ankles relax. And then feel your feet from heels to the tips of your toes relax. So feel your entire body as much as you can, nice and relaxed from head to toes, down your arms to the tips of your fingers. Just relax. And then if you would, I'm going to ask you to bring your hands to your sacral chakra. Again, it's around your navel or just below your navel. And think about the color orange for a moment. And remember, you have a front and a back side. So the chakra is spinning in through the front as well as out through the back side. So focus, if your hands are to the front of you, if you can, if you're visual, imagine going all the way through and then even out from your spine and beyond. And you may or may not see it. I'm just planting a little seed here as a reminder that you have front and back sides to your chakras. If you are visual and we are in the color orange, I'm going to ask for you to make notes if you happen to see any other colors within your chakra. It may mean that color that represents another chakra, that there's a correlation. So if you write that down, you can search later, what is the blue chakra, for example, and then you can look it up. So just write down if you see a different color other than orange. Or take mental note. Now I'm going to ask for you to take another nice deep breath for me. I'm going to ask for you to release the color orange for a moment. And instead, now as your hands are at your sacral, I'm going to ask for you to look and see if you see water. A body of water, small amount of water. What does the water look like in your sacral chakra? You may feel it instead of seeing it. You may even get an audible message of what your water element looks like to you. As you're feeling into your sacral chakra, into the water element within your being, does it feel healthy to you? Does the water feel rough to you, or does it feel smooth? Does it feel stagnant? And you can write it down or just take mental notes, and when we're done, then you can write it down. So one of the things that you can do, if your water, for example, feels choppy, maybe your waves are kind of crashing, as your hands are on your sacral, set the intention that the waves start to calm down. You are putting the intention into those waves. See if you can slow them down or calm them down. If your waves, if your water feels stagnant, imagine moving around. You may even envision like you're placing your water or your hands into the water to kind of move the water around, to get it flowing easier. Start swirling things, getting things moving. And again, there are different ways to work with your sacral. I just want to at least get you started in the visualization. But stay there in the visualization with me for a moment. I'm going to ask for you to look for river banks or the banks of a stream, wherever you're seeing your water. Maybe you're in an ocean, but I want for you, if you would, to imagine some type of bank on the other side. The earth that is containing the water. Do the banks of this creek or this river, or the lake, do the banks of this water, do they feel strong and sturdy? Here's the reason as you are visualizing this. Having a healthy root allows us to contain the water within the emotions. So if your river banks or the banks of the lake are very weakened, the water can overflow. those banks. If they're fortified, if your root chakra is fortified, they can contain the emotions, the water. If you are in a very tight stream that you're not even seeing a lake, or maybe you see a lake, but there's barely any water in there, what is that telling you? Or do your banks feel so restricted that the water can't even, your emotions can't even flow through between either side of the river or the banks of the lake or the creek? This can be great insight about how healthy your root is, about how you are experiencing your emotions. Is the water flowing? Again, is it stagnant in your lake, in your river, in your stream, in the ocean? What does it feel like? And again, if there's something with your root, you search it. How can you have a healthier root system to help with the containment of your emotions, or the healthy release of your emotions? And as I'm saying that, somebody may even see a dam where their emotions are just blocked. What is that? Are there certain memories coming to mind? Different thoughts? Are you hearing an internal dialogue? Write that down. And again, you can set the intention of balancing your water element, of strengthening your roots, or expanding those banks so that your emotions can be a little healthier. All right, and then I'm going to have you just feel back into your body, wiggle your fingers and toes. Again, that's giving you some form of insight into your sacral chakra. Where are you right now on balance? Are you balanced? Where are you off? What can you do? Just like any of the chakras, you can look up what crystals work best with balancing, in this case, the sacral chakra. What essential oils work best? Again, the color orange, eat orange foods, as that reminder of working towards a healthy, balanced sacral chakra. And that doesn't mean hopefully for the rest of your life, you'll have a healthy, balanced sacral chakra, any of the chakras. But life happens and things will get off balance. It's just part of living. Unless you're one of the fortunate people that things just seem to just work well consistently for you. That's awesome. But generally speaking, life is life, and we're going to have our ups and we're going to have our downs, and that's going to throw our chakras, it could throw our chakras out of balance. So let these just be hints for you to go in. It may be that some things came up where you want to go see a mental health provider to help walk you through. Maybe something came to surface, something that was buried deep within the waters may come to surface. If it did, this may very well be the time for you to heal it. Seek help. Ask for help. It's okay. Learn how to heal these aspects of you energetically. So as we're going through talk therapy, go through a type of a soul cleanse. Join us sometime. I think I even have an episode on soul cleanse. So after you've discussed it in talk therapy, you can find it in the energy of your soul. No longer serves you. Get it out of there. You don't have to carry it around with you anymore. So I hope today's episode has brought some kind of insight to you. I hope that it encourages you to research more about the chakra system. And if you saw these imbalances within the sacral, to find ways of healing them. We have spiritual classes here that can help. Again, you can see a mental health professional, clergy, whatever feels right for you. The main thing is you're taking care of yourself. Honor yourself for who you are. You deserve a beautiful, happy, healthy, peaceful life. So honor yourself, take the steps forward. If you have any questions for me, please feel free to reach out. You can reach me via email, info@soulspirational.com. You can go to my website, and then my contact information is on there as well, www.soulspirational.com. And keep in mind too, as a parting note about the kidneys and the bladder. What are you holding on to? What can you release? Drink your water. Flush out the things you're holding on to that don't serve you anymore. It's just blocking your own life force energy. And I really feel like the more we get rid of those toxins, or the things that we've held on to, the negative statements or negative things that were done to us, as we release them, we can feel our life force energy. For me, I love it. It's like I can feel it more, I can see it more, I'm in that energy more. And you may notice other people are saying to you, oh my gosh, you look so bright-eyed today. Boy, you're just glowing. Because as you're releasing this negativity, the stuff that you've been carrying it around, get rid of it. It just helps. It's cleansing. The water element, it's cleansing. So, all right. Thanks again for watching today's episode. And again, contact me with any questions. Otherwise, until next time, thank you. Be well. And namaste.